All righty, we're going to get started today. Again, welcome to everybody joining us here at William Patterson University for our virtual spring open house. You are part of a unique group, our first group to ever sit in on a spring open house virtually. We did our first virtual accepted students day a few weeks ago, so we're super excited to have you here. Again, my name is Dan Baker, one of the assistant directors of admissions. I'll be leading you through the presentation today. So we want to thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules to join us this morning to learn more about everything that we have to offer here at William Patterson. So along with this live session, our admission session, we'll have a couple of other live sessions going on as well today. We have our two student panels, one at noon and then another one at 1:30. When you're directed back to our open house page, you'll be able to see that there, the different student panels that we have. So if you can't join us at 12, we will have another one going on at 1:30 later today as well. That'll give you the opportunity to meet with some of our student ambassadors, ask them some questions, get to learn really what it's like to be a student here at William Patterson. We also have on-demand videos. These won't be live. These have been recorded by members of our campus community. This includes presentations from our 5 academic colleges, which we'll discuss later on in the presentation, information in regards to financial aid, as well as payment and billing. This is great for both prospective students and our accepted students that are joining us today. Campus life as well, what you can get involved with. The EOF program also has presented to let us know a little bit more about their program. Residence life, honors college, and athletics. Before I move forward into my presentation, we'd like to offer a welcome from our president, President Helldobler.
Hello, and welcome to William Patterson University, one of New Jersey's great public institutions of higher education. I look forward to welcoming you all in person one day to our beautiful campus. Today's virtual spring open house will give you a great overview of the William Patterson experience and the broad range of academic offerings and social, artistic, and athletic opportunities available at our university. You will also meet some of the many wonderful people who make up our dynamic community. They will share their perspectives on what makes a William Patterson education special, from our excellent faculty and an extensive network of support to our talented and diverse student body. We here at William Patterson call ourselves pioneers, and the pioneer spirit has never been in greater demand in our communities, workplace, and civic life. Our faculty, staff, students, and alumni are all putting their skills and talents to work professionally and as volunteers to create a better New Jersey and a better world. I'm excited for what lies ahead for you. In these uncertain times, I can assure you that the one constant will be the dedication of everyone at William Patterson to providing our students with an excellent, affordable education close to home. Enjoy today's informative event, and I hope to welcome you as members of our Pioneer family. Thank you.
All right, thank you, President Helldobler. And as he mentioned, while we love having everybody here virtually today, we can't wait to have everybody on our campus to see our beautiful facilities. You see some of our staff members on the side of your screen with some of the beautiful pictures in our backgrounds of our main campus. So we are very excited when we can welcome you to our campus. Ultimately, we always like to start with this, right? Our ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal is to get you to graduation so then you can take your next steps in your career or your education. Whether that's landing your dream job, making your way off to graduate school for a master's degree. For some of you, maybe that's law school or dental school or medical school. It all starts here today as you're learning more about William Patterson, but our goal is to get you there. Typically, when we can, we have graduation at the Prudential Center, and typically we graduate over 2,000 students every single year. So we hope, whether it's for some transfer students in the room a few years from now, so for our accepted high school seniors 4 years from now, or some students 5 or 6 years from now, that we are welcoming you across the stage at graduation. I'd like to also provide a welcome from our Associate Vice President for University Admissions, Ken Schneider. He's the one for those that are accepted in the room, sent you your acceptance package with his signature on the bottom. He'd like to welcome you here today. He's in our audience as well, enjoying our presentation. I'd also like to introduce some of our other members that are here with me today. If they'd like to say hi after I introduce themselves, they can say quickly hi to the audience. I mentioned before, Michelle DiMartino, Associate Director of Admission. She'll be leading the second half of our presentation.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome.
Our Senior Associate Director, Missy Matera.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
Feel free to put in the chat, Happy Mother's Day to Missy. She'll be celebrating her second Mother's Day tomorrow. Also, we have Kyle DeVeza, Admissions Counselor.
Good morning, everyone. Excited to speak to you all.
And then finally, Tyler Schreckenstein, another one of our admissions counselors.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
If you put any questions into the group chat, that'll be Tyler answering any of those questions. In the everyone, if you'd like to send a message to either Missy or Kyle privately, please feel free to as well. A few things to consider as you're making your college decision, right? Or your college list of what schools you'd like to apply to. Ultimately, what is most important to you? The college admissions process is not cookie cutter, right? It's not one size fits all, right? It is different for all students. So what is most important to you, right? Is it cost, right? That's very important to most people. Is it certain programs you need to know about? What about support services? Another thing you're going to hear from us all day in this session and our multiple sessions going on is early is good. Start the application process sooner rather than later. Okay, you don't want to wait too long, and you're going to hear a number of reasons why that's a good thought. And finally, we're here to help you. This is our goal today, right? To help you get all the information you need and answer any of the questions that you have. Please feel free to connect with us, all right? You have 5 members from the admissions staff here today. And throughout the coming weeks and months, feel free to reach out to members of our campus community, whether that's Residence Life, Financial Aid, Student Enrollment Services. Providing an affordable education and exceptional value is at the core of William Patterson University, a university that's been around since 1855. As you see in our second bullet point, one of the things we're most proud of here at the university is keeping costs down. College is not something that's going to only cost you just a few dollars, right? It's a big investment. And something that we hold pride here at William Patterson is keeping tuition increases at 2% or less over the last 5 years. As you see those numbers below, $13,370 for the year. That includes both the fall and spring semesters. That's not just a one semester cost. That is both the fall and spring. So that's where we get that affordable education and an exceptional value. If you do decide to live on campus with us, it brings the total to about just under $25,000. And you'll notice on the bottom, for any of my international students that are joining, or students from out of state, from our neighboring states like New York or Connecticut or Pennsylvania, or all the way across the country, in California, down south, in Florida or Texas, we now offer an out-of-state tuition waiver, where our students from out-of-state and international students can now pay the same rate as New Jersey students. For students that may be attending with us for 4 years, that could be a savings of up to $34,000 per year. So it's a great time if you're from out of state to start considering William Patterson University. In terms of billing, for my accepted students in the room that have made their choice for William Patterson, your bills will go out in early July. You'll get information about that then once the new tuition and fee numbers are set, and bills are usually due in early August. Again, for my prospective students in the room that haven't even gone through the application process, this is something you won't have to worry about till next year, but just something to keep in mind early on in the process. How will I fund my William Patterson education? As I mentioned, we have 2 great on-demand videos that you can check out after our presentation today. One from our financial aid office, the director Michael Corso, and the other one from our student enrollment services office, Joanna Torres, the director in that department. They're going to talk to you about financial aid, how you file your FAFSA. What is my financial aid award letter going to look like? How do I understand that? From Student Enrollment Services, they'll talk to you about how do I make payments, right? How am I going to be billed? What kind of payment plans do you have? And financial aid is not just scholarships or grants, right? There's a whole bunch of different things that make up that financial aid pie, right? Including need-based grants from the federal government, from the New Jersey state government if you're a New Jersey student. All right, we also have William Patterson grants, all right, that we give out as well, and we'll talk more about that later. Student loans, all right, from the federal government. Scholarships. We offer scholarships to both incoming high school freshmen, high school seniors that will be starting with us as freshmen, and also for first-time transfer students. And we'll talk more about scholarships in a few minutes. Payment plans and student employment, right? There's a number of different ways that we can help you fund your education here at William Patterson. A new initiative that was started just last year is our Pledge for Success, right? And as you can read there, a student who's eligible for full state and federal support would not need to pay any additional cost towards tuition. Ultimately, what this program is doing for our students, our neediest students, is providing that extra funding to cover all tuition and fees. Right, this was a very successful program last year. Because of that success, we're extending it this year. This is a great program, again, for our New Jersey students applying to William Patterson. For any accepted students in the room that have looked at their financial aid package, you may have seen this information about the Pledge for Success. If you do have any questions about this, please feel free to reach out to our financial aid department to learn more about what this program entails, right, and how it's going to help you able to afford your tuition and fees at William Patterson. It's part of our continuing commitment to serve our low-income students, something that's very important here at William Patterson. Payment plans and payment options. We have something called the Tuition Installment Plan. It's an interest-free monthly plan for accepted students where you can spread out your costs over 3, 4, or 5 payments per semester. So you don't have to pay that one big bill in one shot. And the most important part of this plan is that it is an interest-free plan. We don't charge an extra 2 or 3 or 4%. Okay, if you owe $1,000 for the semester, you could break that up over 5 payments and have 5 equal $200 payments. The key with this is early is good. The earlier you enroll into this program and you meet the due dates, the longer you can extend those payments, right? Whether it's 3, 4, or 5 payments per semester. Okay, so a little bit about us, right? We're going to kind of shift gears. We talked about some accepted student information, which is also good for our prospects, but a little background information about us here at William Patterson. We're located in beautiful suburban Wayne, New Jersey, roughly 20 miles west New York City. From certain parts of the campus, you can actually see the New York City skyline. That's why our newest residence hall on campus is called Skyline Hall. From the top floors, you can see the New York City skyline, which is a beautiful view. This is one of my favorite views of the campus, getting to see all of our academic buildings, getting to see the fall foliage. Hopefully we'll be able to have you on campus in the fall from my perspective. Students to visit us for a live open house where you can see the beautiful fall foliage. We're one of the most diverse institutions in New Jersey. It's something that we pride ourselves on. It's easy to see walking around campus, sitting in one of the classrooms. I see it all the time. I've been an adjunct faculty member now there, along with working in admissions for 6 years. And that's the first thing I always notice about my classrooms, right, is how diverse of a campus we have. 30% of our students live on campus, about half of the freshmen, all right? We do guarantee housing for your academic career, right? All 4 years. Most of our residence halls are set up suite style, so a double bedroom, a bathroom in the middle, and then another double bedroom connected. We also do have 2 apartment buildings, right, for our upperclassmen students, where you have your own kitchen, you have your own living room. On campus, a little bit more living space as well, so we have a number of different options. We're Division III for athletics. There is an athletics video that you can check out in our on-demand section to learn about our 13 Division III sports at William Patterson. On top of that, we have 120 student clubs and organizations, everything from 19 fraternities and sororities to academic clubs to social interest clubs, all right, religious and faith-based organizations, plenty of different ways to get involved. Also, if we don't offer something you're interested in, it's easy to start it at William Patterson, right? To start a new club organization, you just need to find 14 other members. And on a campus of 10,000, it's usually not too hard to find 14 other people that are interested in the same thing you're interested in as well. And we are also recently named a Hispanic serving institution, as 25% of our enrollment at the university identifies as Hispanic. Something we're very excited about as we continue to offer additional offerings to our Hispanic students. In terms of the actual academics, what can I study, right, Dan? What can I choose from? And you'll see a key number there, 250 majors, minors, and concentrations. As I always like to say when I'm greeting campus visitors, the world is your oyster at William Patterson University. You have plenty of different choices, broken up into 5 different academic colleges. These choices include the ability to double major, add multiple minors, all right, along the way, and then free elective courses, right? Maybe you're just interested in taking a class in an area that has of interest to you. So let's talk a little bit about our 5 different academic colleges. The first one is our College of Arts and Communication. 3 main programs over there include music, art, and communication. On the screen right now, you see members from our campus radio station, Brave New Radio, named National College Radio Station of the Year. I believe it's now 4 out of the past 7 years. For schools with enrollment over 10,000. So we compete with all the big schools across the country. And we're one of the top radio stations in the country. Earlier this year, they actually got to do a live remote broadcast from Italy. What an amazing experience. I'm also partial to the college. I teach part-time in the communications department in media writing and public speaking. Another college that we have is the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. This is where you'll find a lot of your liberal arts majors. For my high school students in the room, this is where you find a lot of the majors in terms of the classes you might be taking in high school right now, right? English, history, our world language programs, psychology, sociology. One of our most popular programs over there, criminology and criminal justice. We'll be hosting a live session in a few weeks with members of our criminology and criminal justice and sociology departments. Programs like political science, legal studies, okay? If I have any students that are looking to go pre-law someday, we have a fantastic pre-law program. One of my former student ambassadors did a full summer internship via that program in Washington, D.C. So that was a great opportunity for him. Our College of Education, hopefully I have some future teachers sitting in our session today. Teachers are near and dear to my heart, not because I teach at the university, but my sister is a middle school math teacher. So my thoughts are with all of our teachers now as they've had to move to a different type, right, of education, distance learning. And I know with talking with her, how difficult of a transition that has been. Our College of Education is fantastic. It's what we've been known for, right? We've been a teacher's college all the way back from 1855 to now. You'd be hard pressed to find too many schools in New Jersey that don't have at least one William Patterson graduate teaching there. Okay, we offer concentrations also where students can get endorsements to be a teacher of students with disabilities, bilingual education, ESL education as well. All right, so there's great opportunities for our students in the College of Education. The College of Science and Health. Okay, some of our most popular majors are located there as well. We have our health science programs in nursing, which we offer all the way from the bachelor's to a master's, all the way to a doctorate, to our communication disorders major, right? Our speech pathology program. We have some beautiful facilities for both those programs, our nursing simulation lab and our speech and hearing clinic that's open to the public. Another program in our health and science area includes our public health and health studies majors. On the science side, biology, chemistry, math, computer science, to name a few. We have great facilities, our University Hall for our health programs, and our Science Hall East and West. You'll see some of the labs, right, as you're seeing our students not only learning, but also getting the opportunity to do their own research on campus. Many of our students within the science programs complete some sort of research project before they graduate. And then the Cotsakos College of Business, named after Christos M. Cotsakos, one of the former executives at E-Trade. you see our students standing in front of our Global Financial Services Institute, or we like to call our stock market room, a live trading floor, giving our students the opportunity to trade and trade stocks on Wall Street. We have fantastic programs over there as well, your traditional businesses in marketing and management, economics, accounting. We have one of the top 20 financial planning programs in the country, and also a very unique major in professional sales as well. We have our Rosberry Professional Sales Institute as well. We host something called the National Sales Challenge every single year, where we invite students from all across the country to compete with our William Patterson students. Before I talk about some of the application deadlines, I want to remind you, if you do go back to our open house page, which you see on the bottom of the screen, wpunj.edu/open house, you'll be able to view these on-demand videos from all 5 of those colleges that I just mentioned. In terms of application deadlines, you'll see some of the different ones that we have listed here. For fall freshmen, if I do have any students that have yet to apply anywhere for fall 2020 or have not applied to William Patterson, we are still accepting applications. The Thanksgiving deadline is a priority deadline. That's when we start to send out our acceptance packages, right? So if you get that information to us early in the process, you could receive an acceptance letter from us as early as Thanksgiving. Our upcoming fall transfer deadline for fall 2020 is August 1st. We'll be adding instant decision day opportunities for our transfer students as well. Keep a lookout on our website for those starting next week. For spring 2021 entry would be December 1st. Some nursing deadlines include our December 1st for freshmen and February 1st for transfers. That transfer deadline is a very specific deadline, so for anybody looking to transfer into nursing for next fall, keep an eye on that deadline for sure. For the Honors College, it's March 1st. We do have some seats available for our Honors College students for the upcoming fall. So if you are an accepted student and want to think about applying to the Honors College, get your application in ASAP. We'll talk more about the Honors College soon. In terms of scholarship deadlines, our freshman deadline for this fall passed February 1st, but for any high school juniors in the room, that's going to be something to keep an eye on, all right, for next year. Transfers, we do still have transfer scholarships going to June 1st, both our presidential and Phi Theta Kappa scholarships, okay. Financial aid had a priority deadline of April 1st and housing May 1st. All right, Dan, so you've talked a little bit about some of the academics, how I can get involved. I'm interested. Now, how do I apply? There's 2 ways to apply here, whether it's our William Patterson application, and we are also a member of that common application. Doesn't matter to us, whatever way is easiest for you. We are now a test optional institution, but you can still send us your SAT or ACT scores. And I'm going to talk about why you may want to do that in just a few minutes. We do need your high school transcript, okay, in order to review you for admission to the university. For any transfer students, you'll need to send any and all official college transcripts to us, right? Not the last institution you attended, not just the first one, not just the one you did well at, and maybe not the one you didn't do so well at. We need all those college transcripts. We have an optional essay, right, or personal statement, and we waive the application fee for anybody that attends an open house. And we've extended to our virtual events as well. So thank you for attending today. We will automatically waive your $50 application fee, all right, after you apply to the university. Post-application. Within 2 to 3 days, you're gonna get an acknowledgement from us letting you know that we have received your application. It's gonna tell you how you can apply for specific programs like the University Honors College, the UF program, our slide room application for the music department, or how to schedule your BFA art portfolio review. You can check your status at any time. In that acknowledgement email, it's going to tell you how to check your application status to see, have I submitted all my documents? Has the university received everything from me? Has a decision been made on my application? You'll be able to see all that information at wpunj.edu/status. A little bit about our fall 2019 class profile for our incoming freshman students. All right, you can see the numbers there, our 2nd largest freshman class, okay, and then in terms of the SAT, ACT, and GPA. Now those GPAs are not set minimums, right? It's not, well, the average GPA was a 2.9 unweighted, I have a 2.89, I'm not going to get in. No, that's an average of all the students that are applying to the university. Okay, obviously the higher your GPA, the better chance you'll have of getting into William-Patterson. Test optional exceptions. I mentioned before, we are test optional school, but I said there might be some reason why to send in your test scores. The nursing department does require students to submit SAT or ACT scores, okay, to be accepted to the program, because they do have certain minimums that students need to meet. We'll talk about that in just a second. Our trustee scholarships for freshman students. Students also have to meet a specific GPA and SAT requirement for the trustee scholarship. And the University Honors College also looks at your SAT or ACT scores for acceptance into the University Honors College. So if you're considering one of those three things, you all should be considering the trustee scholarship. We always recommend sending those test scores in. So some special admissions requirements for students applying to certain programs. The art program, just for the BFA, if you're doing art history or the general art studio program, they do not require a portfolio review. But if you're going for the more intensive BFA program, please provide a portfolio for our art department to take a look at. They also offer talent scholarships. The music program, okay, requires an audition, whether applying to the classical, jazz, or pop music studies or music studies programs. So all students do have to audition for the music. I mentioned nursing, one of the most popular majors that our students apply for. These are our set criteria right now. Students have to have a 3.0 GPA, B grades or better in biology or chemistry, a 550 on the evidence-based reading and writing portion of the SAT, and an 1130 on the SAT. The ACT score would be a 23 composite. If you're transferring here for nursing, completion of most, if not all, the prerequisites, which are listed on our website, and a minimum 3.0 GPA. This is one of our most competitive programs, so meeting those minimum criteria will not guarantee admission, as there's only a certain number of spots that we can offer for our nursing department every single year. For students applying as transfer students, we accept up to 60 credits from 2-year schools and up to 90 credits accepted from 4-year schools. Okay. Many of our major students have to have 12 college level credits and a 2.0 cumulative GPA. Students need to receive a C or better in the course for it to transfer in. The only time that we'll take grades lower than that is if a student finishes their associate's degree at a community college. That associate's degree has to be an AS, Associates in Science, an AA, an Associates in Arts, or an AFA, an Associates of Fine Art. If you do receive the associate's degree, everything comes in as one big block and all of your core requirements are taken care of at William-Patterson. At that point, you'll only be worrying about taking your major level requirements. All transcripts are required from all prior institutions. During this time of the COVID-19 pandemic, we've made exceptions where students can send us your unofficial transcripts. You will have to follow up later with your official transcripts, but we can get you accepted and reviewed for admission, all right, with your unofficial transcripts. Those need to be sent as a PDF, all right, to our admissions email, and we'll give you that information later, okay? But we understand that some students are having a hard time getting a hold on their official transcripts, and we don't want to hold you back in the admissions process. So we are currently accepting unofficial transcripts. All right, our NJ Scholars Corp. All right, this is a new program. It was in the news this week, our NJ Come Home program. This is aimed at New Jersey students that chose to go out of state for college, whether that's to New York, Connecticut, anywhere across the country. We're offering specific and special institutional grants for those students that can range up to 25% off their first semester tuition and fees. We're guaranteeing housing and also a discount on that housing at the university. This is an opportunity to help serve our local communities, to help bring back your talents, okay, and bring yourself back to New Jersey. So for any students who are looking to transfer back to William-Patterson, if you're attending a school outside of New Jersey and have yet to apply, on our application, please check off that you're interested in this program, so we can track your interest and we can stay in touch with you. Just like I mentioned before on the previous slide, right, we are guaranteeing acceptance of all credits as long as you receive a C or better. We're developing more information, more programming with the NJ Come Home program, and we will give that information to you as it comes available. But again, this is aimed at our students that live in New Jersey but decide to attend an out-of-state college or have been attending an out-of-state college and would like to come back to New Jersey. We're hoping to bring many of our New Jersey students back to New Jersey colleges. We're not the only school running this program. We're running this program in conjunction with 9 other state universities here in New Jersey. In terms of scholarships, we have our trustee awards for freshmen that range from $4,000 to $9,000 per year. I mentioned talent scholarships for art and music students. We have our University Honors College as well. If students apply and are accepted to the University Honors College, they can receive $4,000 per year for 4 years. Again, it's a separate application. The other additional awards is our Presidential Scholarship for transfer students. Students have to have a minimum 3.0 GPA and a minimum cumulative credits total transferred in of 30. If you have 30 transferable credits and a 3.0 GPA, you can qualify for a transfer scholarship. If you're a member of Phi Theta Kappa, the Honor Society at the community colleges, we award a $2,000 per year scholarship for that. Simple. All you have to do is send us a PDF or a picture of your membership certificate. At the end of the presentation, we're going to have our contact information on the screen. I'm our liaison for the PTK scholarship. Please take a picture or a PDF of your membership certificate. Send that to me before June 1st, and you qualify for our Phi Theta Kappa award. The Honors College, for our high school students, the average unweighted GPA is about a 3.6. All right, you'll see information in regards to the average ACT and SAT. The curriculum that the Honors College is going to be looking for, students have taken dual enrollment course, honors, advanced placement, IB coursework. Students have challenged themselves, taken an extra math, taken an extra history, took an extra foreign language class. They also look at your academic achievements, right? They know you're more than just your grades inside the classroom. Okay, they're going to look at what kind of awards you've received. Did you work a part-time job? Did you do community service? What organizations were you a part of? Did you hold any leadership positions? And then the ever important essay. Okay, just a quick story, all right? I had a student that I was working with a very long time ago in terms of applying to the Honors College. Great student, great GPA, great SAT scores. I said, make sure you write a really good essay, right? Take your time, put it together, all right? And what did they write on the essay? I'm applying for the Honors College for the money. And that was their entire essay. And I just shook my head. I'm like, come on, you killed your opportunity to get in the Honors College. The essay is an opportunity for you to talk about some of the things you've done outside the classroom. Why would you be a great fit for the Honors College at William-Patterson? Okay, so it's not just your GPA and test scores they're looking at, right? They're looking at all these other factors, okay, in terms of applying to the Honors College. All right. Thank you for listening to that portion of the presentation. I'm now going to turn it over to Michelle DiMartino, our Associate Director of Admissions, who's going to follow up with you in regards to some of the things that our accepted students need to be aware of over the next couple months.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to our accepted students in the room. So for those who are accepted, once again, congratulations. We're so excited to celebrate you today, and we can't wait to have you on campus as soon as that is safe and possible. There's probably 2 groups of accepted students. One, you're still making your college decision, and that's okay. That's why you're here today. And number 2, you've already decided that William-Patterson University is going to be your second home, and maybe you're one of these students who are featured here today. Whichever group you're in, congratulations. We're here to help you throughout the process. Included in your acceptance package is your accepted students checklist, but here it is for your convenience. You'll notice that if you are ready to make it official, your first step is to submit the $125 enrollment deposit. That finalizes your application and reserves your seat for the fall 2020 class. If you're looking to live on campus, there is an additional $150 housing deposit, and then you'll fill out that housing contract or application. For those students who are ready to make it official today, go for it. You'll notice that if you do submit your enrollment deposit during today's virtual spring open house, you're going to receive a t-shirt, and we'll simply send you an email when you can pick it up as soon as our campus safely reopens. But don't worry, if you're already one of those students who've already submitted your enrollment deposit, well, you're going to get a t-shirt as well. When you take a second closer look at your acceptance package and the checklist, you're going to want to do a couple of things. Activate your WP Connect account, which is your student portal. Take a look at your student email to make sure that you haven't missed any important messages from financial aid and other campus departments. And then also follow the remainder of the instructions in terms of providing immunization records and orientation information. For my transfer students, you're going to want to seek advisement and read your credit evaluation, and we'll talk more about that in a bit. After you submit your enrollment deposit, you'll be notified by our Office of Testing to either take your placement exam or be exempt from it. And you'll notice on this slide that I provided minimum scores that allow you to be exempt from testing. We calculate these scores on a, super score basis. So there's a chance that, for example, you could be waived from taking the math exam but still have to take the English exam. Now, before I go on, you're probably wondering, well, I was accepted. Why do I have to take a test? Our placement exam measures your college readiness in two subjects, mathematics and English, or reading and writing. If you are exempt or if you pass that placement exam, then we can safely put you in those college level English and math courses during your first semester. But if you don't pass the placement exam, well, we want to help you and make sure that you are college ready in those two appropriate subjects. Historically, testing has been conducted on campus and in person, but during these challenging times, our Office of Testing has been working on remote options for you. You'll receive an email when they're ready to provide those accommodations. And now you can see why, as Dan mentioned, that early is good theme, right? There's a lot of things that you want to do sooner rather than later. If you do not pass that placement exam, not to worry. We offer a summer foundations program over the summer, so you can take non-credit courses for free in whichever subject you need. And we have flexible online classes that range from late June through mid-August. Now, these courses do fill up quickly, so once again, early is good. After you submit that enrollment deposit and sit for or exempt from your placement exam, you'll then be invited to summer orientation. Now, Dan had talked about our 120 clubs and organizations, our 13 NCAA Division III athletics, tons of campus amenities, right? You already knew that, though. That's probably one of the reasons why you applied. Now you get to experience those amenities during summer orientation. Historically, summer orientation has been that traditional in-person event, but our orientation team is working on virtual options for you as we speak. And as soon as they're ready to launch them, you will be the first to know. And if I have any parents who are joining us today, you are also invited to orientation. In fact, when I attended William Patterson, and during my orientation process, my parents were both very excited to attend. They did, and they still talk about it to this day. During orientation for my first-time freshmen is when you're also going to receive your pre-packaged fall 2020 schedule. Now, we do this because it's part of our Willpower 101 program, which ensures a clear path to your success. And you see, at William Patterson, we understand that the transition from high school to college is absolutely a big step. So this Willpower 101 program is also weekly workshops that you'll be taking 3 times a week. I actually teach one of those classes with one of my colleagues, and we're going to work with you to perfect your study skills, enhance your test-taking strategies, really carve and perfect those presentation skills, help you financially plan for the future, right? Our role is to make sure that you graduate in 4 years. These weekly workshops allow you to be in multiple classes with the same groups of students, so you're building a social network right from the first day of college. And for my advanced standing students in the room, our transfer, second degree, returning, and post-baccalaureate students, I encourage you to take that second closer look at your acceptance package. You'll notice it contains your 2 registration tools. One is instructions on how to generate your credit evaluation. This is an online document that displays all of the courses transferred and what you still have to take at William Patterson under your accepted major. And number 2, it contains your contact information for your academic advisor or the Academic Advisement Center. And you want to reach out to this person so that you can review your credit evaluation together and plan for your fall 2020 registration. Once again, as Dan mentioned, this is our ultimate goal for you. As an admissions team, our role is to ensure a smooth enrollment process so that you can successfully start classes in the fall, do your personal best in and outside of the classroom, and then let us give you a nice handshake or high five at the finish line. And for my accepted students, just because this presentation is going to end momentarily doesn't mean the conversation has to. If you're not already a member of your Facebook group, definitely join. We have over 1,000 accepted students in that group who are ready to meet you. We have a saying at William Patterson University, and that's willpower. Our greatest strength is helping you find yours. And for my accepted students and prospective students, we hope that you will make William Patterson University your first choice for college. And we can't wait to see you in person and on campus as soon as that is, well, safe and possible. So I want to provide you with contact information for how you can get your questions answered today during our virtual open house. If I have international students joining us today, feel free to take out your phone or be prepared to screenshot. Josh Bouland is your international admissions counselor, and he is available today via email and WhatsApp to answer your questions and create a plan for your success. So once again, my international students, I'll give you a moment to take a picture or a screenshot. For my first-time freshman students, so those who are in high school or you're seniors in high school and haven't applied to William Patterson yet, or your accepted students, this is your team. And you'll notice that we have 4 team members divided by the specific location. So feel free to take a picture or a screenshot and then reach out to your respective admissions counselor. Just like Josh, they'll be available all day to help you via email and text message. And then for my advanced standing students, and advanced standing is our umbrella term for transfer, returning, second degree, and post-baccalaureate students, this is your team. So once again, feel free to take a picture or a screenshot, and you'll notice that they are divided according to your alpha. So transfer students who have a last name beginning with A through E, your counselor is Christina Pone. F through M, Dan Baker, and then the remaining is Missy Matera. And Missy also oversees second degree returning and post-baccalaureate students. I want to thank you all so much for joining us during today's spring virtual open house. It's so nice to be able to showcase William Patterson University located in Wayne, New Jersey. For those who received all the answers to their questions, you're welcome to exit this live session and go back to that URL on the screen, the wpunj.edu/open house, and decide what you'd like to do next. Perhaps you'd like to hop into a live student panel, or maybe you want to dive right into those on-demand experiences. The choice is yours. And for those who are still engaged in live chat, feel free to continue the conversation. We'll be here for a few moments. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
And as you're exiting the room or continuing your chat with one of our counselors, again, this is the voice Dan Baker again. Please feel free to take a view of our slideshow of some pictures of some of our events that go on campus, some of our faculty, staff, students, some of our facilities, and get to see how beautiful our campus is. One last time, I'd like to wish everybody all the moms out there, I should say, a happy Mother's Day, and a reminder to everybody, make sure you give your mom a call tomorrow. But again, as Michelle said, thank you again for joining us for today's spring virtual open house, and we hope you take advantage of some of our other offerings today. Have a great day, everybody.